This is one of the most underrated cuts of meat, but today I'm going to show you how to utilize this delicious cut of meat to make awesome barbecue. So these are beef back ribs. This is a real hit or miss for people doing barbecue. Some people love them, some people don't like them so much. A lot of it is going to depend on a few factors, one being how you cook it, and the other is going to be where you sourced it and how the butcher has cut it. So with a beef back rib, they may look familiar. That's because these are the ribs that are coming off of your ribeye. So when I was saying it depends where you get it, a lot of butchers, when they're cutting their boneless rib roast, they get real tight to the bone on here, and for the most part, you'll be able to see a little bit of the bone here. The reason for that is obviously because they want to get the most meat on their ribeyes. They don't really want to leave it on the bone. But if you can find somewhere like these ones that I picked up, they still have a lot of great meat on them, and this makes some delicious barbecue. Now the other thing is how you cook it. These are going to be cooked similar to normal barbecue, low and slow until they get super tender, around 200 degrees. We're not cooking this like a ribeye or anything like that. So you really got to make sure this meat gets nice and tender. Now, as you can see here, I don't have a full rack of back ribs. I usually get a full rack, probably 5 ribs or so, and I'll cook them that way. But today I'm doing something different, and I was able to find a few 2-bone pieces. This is a 3-bone pieces, and then these are just 2 single bones I was able to find, which is perfect because I'm going to be doing something that I've done with pork ribs before. It's called rib wings, where you cut the individual ribs and you leave a lot of meat on each bone. I think that's going to work out perfectly for these beef back ribs. So let's get right into trimming these up. All right, so we'll start with these single ribs over here because they are already kind of trimmed up how I'm going to want them. You're going to want a single bone right down the middle with good meat on each side. So these are both ready. And while we talk about this bottom piece, this is a membrane. It's going to be very tough. So what I like to do on these is just give them a score. That'll help with rendering it down a little bit. But before we go ahead and score all the membranes, let's go ahead and check the other ones out. Again, this is another single bone one. It's got more meat on this side than here, but again, this is one rib with a ton of meat. That's what we want for these. So those are all done. That's kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing with these. So we'll start off with this 2-bone one, which will be pretty simple since we only got 2 bones. You have decent meat on each side. We're just going to go right down the center here. Cut this in half. And when you get down to this part, it gets a little tricky. So you got to kind of navigate around. But 2 more ribs right there. Now, for this last rack, this is going to be the interesting one because you have 3 bones, and this bone is right at the edge here, and this one is also at the edge here. So I'm going to try and get 2 decent ribs out of this, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to trim this bone tight to the bone here because we're not going to be using this one. So you can see this looks like a decent rib, but the bone's in there. There's basically no meat on this. This is all bone. Save this for your stock pot. So now that we're left with 2 bones, this bone, here I'll show you the back will be easier. This bone has good meat here. This one has an okay amount of meat here. So now we just got to split these, and I'll probably lean closer to this side so the meat is even on both of these. But basically just go right down the center again. So that is it, and we are left with 6 beautiful rib wings is what they're called. Might have a better name, butterfly ribs, not sure, but single back ribs. We have some different sizes, so we're probably gonna have different cooking, but let's go ahead and flip these over first. And I had already scored this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead quickly score these membranes back here. These aren't like pork membranes, where on a pork membrane you can actually render it down and it's edible. These will always just be very chewy, and they're very difficult to remove, so they're easier to remove once they're cooked. There we go, all scored up You can go a lot of different routes with seasoning. I'm using my barbecue rub today. I use this on basically everything. You see me use it all the time. I do have a recipe video for this. I will leave a link for that if you're interested in getting the recipe for this. So let's go ahead, lightly season the back. We don't need much on the back of these ribs. Very light coating. Then you can do a generous seasoning on the top of these. All right, so these are all ready for the smoker. We're going to throw these on at 250 degrees. I'm using my Z-Grills pellet smoker. Awesome pellet smoker if you're interested in one. Check Z-Grills out. I'll have a link to them in my description, and I also have a full review video on the grill I'm doing today. I'll put that at the end of this video. But we're gonna be smoking these at 250 to get a really nice bark. Then we're going to give them a nice braise to make them super tender. Then we'll pull them off and finish them with a delicious barbecue sauce. Something sweet, something tangy that's really going to help cut the richness of this beef. So let's get outside and throw these on the smoker. All right, we're at the Z-Grills. Like I said, running 250 here. Let's just throw our ribs right down on the grill. Also doing little burn ends over here, so we might be a little crowded on this. I think we'll have just enough room though. Perfect. Nice full grill. Can't beat that. So we're just going to let these build some bark, and while we do, let's go ahead and make up that delicious tangy barbecue sauce. So I'm going to keep it super simple for you guys. We're going to make an easy tangy vinegar barbecue sauce with minimal ingredients, and it's going to go perfect with these beef back ribs. So we started off with some regular ketchup. One-half cup of ketchup. To the ketchup, we're going to add our apple cider vinegar. That will be another 1/2 cup. About 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of ground mustard, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and then 1 tablespoon of your barbecue rub. That is it. Go ahead, give that a mix. This is going to be a nice thin sauce. If you want, you could throw this on low heat, let it come to a slight simmer just to let everything mend together. I like to just keep it plain like this because it'll cook while it's on the food. So that's our simple barbecue sauce. You can really make this however you want. Use this as a base and then just go ahead, add some seasonings you might want in there. Say you want a little oregano. Say you like it spicy, go ahead, add some hot sauce or crushed red pepper. You can really bump this up to whatever flavor profile you're looking for. This is a great base for a tangy barbecue sauce. It's a nice vinegar sauce, but since we have the ketchup in there and the mustard powder, it thickens it up a bit just enough. Now, if you love backyard barbecue recipes like this, be sure to check out my free recipe ebook on my website. It is the ultimate barbecue sides recipe book. I have 7 awesome side dishes that will pair perfectly with this. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in that free ebook. But that is our barbecue sauce. Let's go out and check on these beef back ribs and see if they are ready to braise. All right, so it's been about 3 hours on these beef back ribs. You can see they have beautiful bark here. That's exactly what we're looking for. Let me check temperature. Feel nice and tender. This one's at 204, 205. Yep, about 200 degrees. They feel nice and tender. So they're not going to need much longer. So we're all temping about 200, but feel super tender. But we do need to finish these off. So I'm going to move these to the side. All right, so here I have an aluminum pan. It's a little large. If you have a smaller pan to use, that'd be ideal. This is all I have, so I'm using it. But I have 1 stick of butter cut up into pads in there, sprinkled with brown sugar and some honey. So now we're going to take these ribs and just throw them down on there. And I just got to cover it up with some foil. All right, and there we are back in the smoker like this. Like I said, they're probing super tender, so they're pretty close to done, but I want to let them braise in that butter, honey, and brown sugar. It's going to add some nice flavor, make it even more tender. But I would say they probably only need another hour. So we'll come back out here in an hour, pull them off, get that barbecue glaze set on them, and then we will give them a try. All right, so it's been one more hour on these ribs. You can see here, they're looking really nice. They're pulling away from the bone. If I check them with my probe, they are just tender as can be. Temperature-wise, we're at 210, which is totally fine. You want to just make sure these get nice and tender. That's a big issue people have when cooking these beef back ribs. They don't get them tender enough. So let's pull these off, get them back on the smoker, and get some sauce on them. All right, so we're gonna get these back on the grate here. And you wanna leave all that honey, butter, and brown sugar on the top. That's just gonna add some great sweetness to it. With these beef ribs, they are very rich. So having that sweetness is going to really help these taste delicious. All right, so now that we got the beef ribs, beautiful beef ribs back on there, go ahead and take that sauce we just made, give them a nice glaze. This vinegar is going to go so well with the sweetness and richness of these beef ribs. It's going to cut through all that and just create an awesome barbecue bite. And that's that. Plan here is another 30 minutes, let this sauce set up. After 15 minutes, come back out, give them one more glaze. So 15 minutes, glaze them again. 15 minutes, they will be done. So after that, I'll see you back inside to give these a try. All right, beef ribs are done after about a half an hour of letting that sauce set. These things smell amazing, and I'm sure they taste even better. So again, this is a super underrated cut of meat, but you need to cook it properly. That's the most important thing, and you will have fantastic results. And it is a great cut to do. Switch it up a little bit. Change it from the regular pork ribs, pulled pork, brisket kind of thing. Throw out some beef ribs. People are going to love them. They're super rich, so you don't eat too many of them. It's a great little appetizer to add to your barbecue arsenal. Let's go ahead, check these out, see how tender they are, and I'm going to give them a try and see how good they taste. I know they're going to be great. Let's go ahead and grab this one right here. See how beautiful those look. So let's go ahead and just see how tender these are. Oh yeah. See, it just rips right off the bone. That is exactly what you want. This, like I said, is a great bite of barbecue. The reason is this meat comes from the ribeye, and obviously if you have a ribeye, you're not going to cook it like a brisket. So when you give it the chance to do these back ribs, you get ribeye meat cooked similar to a brisket, but that delicious sauce on there. Let's give this a try. Yep, so good. The fat inside there is so delicious. It's that ribeye fat, so it doesn't take a lot to render, but we put it through such a long cook. It rendered down beautifully, and it's such a delicious flavor. Super rich. That's why you need that vinegar, tangy barbecue sauce. It goes so well with this rich beef, but this has such great flavor. This is a fantastic barbecue item. Highly suggested if you can find them. Cook them like this in the wing style, single. Each rib gets a ton of meat, cooks quick. Such a great recipe. I love doing this, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. If you're interested in the Z grills or anything I like to use in my barbecue video, I'll put the links below. I'll also have the full recipe on my website. That link will be in the description, along with the link to the free Ultimate Sides Barbecue Recipe ebook if you're interested in it. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. I'll leave a link to my Z Grills review video and my barbecue seasoning video right over here for you to check out. But most importantly, get out there and smoke something good.